channel for your stimulus package and stimulus check update. I got a few things I want to go over with you this morning. Just so y'all know, I'll have another video later on today, maybe two videos, because there's some pretty good news going on and some actually great news. But right now, what I want to explain to a few people is that for the people that never got their stimulus checks, the first round, the first round checks they sent out back a couple months ago, okay, a lot of people never got them. Millions of people never got them, and still haven't. Now, what they had done back then, for people like that, say for instance, didn't have had an address change, or the IRS didn't have the correct information, or you just whatever it may have been, and what they had done, if they couldn't get up with you to get your correct information, then they had sent that check to your last known address, like if you have moved or whatever the situation might have been, and they had sent debit cards out with in white envelopes, unmarked envelopes, okay? And a lot of people took, when they checked the mail and seen it was an unmarked envelope, they just threw it away. Now, and what they done when they done that, they just threw their stimulus check away. But what they're doing is they're reissuing those for the people that still haven't got the checks. And okay, and what they're doing, the 50,000 Americans will get overdue stimulus checks in September, and they're doing it as we speak. So okay, I'm gonna read list to you all a couple of these articles that might help you, and then when I get done, I'll explain it to you. Now, the IRS has announced last week that 50,000 Americans who had their stimulus checks wrongfully withheld can expect to receive their funds in early to mid-September. The mistake arose because a CARES Act provision enabled the federal government to garnish stimulus checks to pay past due child support. Unfortunately, that resulted in the government accidentally withholding stimulus checks from the spouses who were owed the past due child support as well. Now, if that's your situation, there's no need to do anything to claim your stimulus check. The government will automatically send you a check for the amount that was wrongfully applied toward your spouse past due child support. Now, this is if it had something to do with child support. Now, second check, another stimulus check may not come until October. Now, if it comes at all, Black, Latino, and poor people are less likely to get a $1,200 coronavirus stimulus check, new report says. That's not true. That's not true. So if you've heard that and somebody told you that, or you heard it, that is absolutely not true. You can track your stimulus check and see how the government is planning to deliver it to you using the Get My Payment tool on the IRS website. Payment status is updated overnight, so there's no need to check more than once per day. And I tried it. If you do check more than once a day, it won't work. And then the first time you check it, most times then it won't work. They had so much trouble out of that system, it was so out of date. Now, that some stimulus checks that say they are arriving as paper checks actually show up as debit cards. Now, these arrive in a plain envelope from Money Network Cardholder Services. Now, this is to you all people that probably threw your check away and it was a debit card. But if that was the case, then they'll reissue them. They've been reissuing those again, and they're doing it now. So keep an eye out for one of these as well. If you have any other questions about your stimulus payment, visit the IRS, But unfortunately, you can't ever get through to the IRS. Now, this issue first came to light back in May, but it took some time to sort out. The government will be issuing checks in the next few weeks to spouses owed child support. Now, who submitted IRS Form 8379 injured spouse allocation with their 2019 tax return or with their 2018 tax return. If this was used to calculate their stimulus check eligibility. If you didn't file a Form 8379 but your stimulus check was withheld due to your spouse's past due child support, then you're not out of luck. However, you'll have to wait a little longer. The IRS is aware of this issue and is working to ensure these individuals also receive the money they're owed as of the publishing of this article. They do not have a time frame for when these checks will get out. You don't have to file or fill out Form 8379 or take any other action to get your check. Now, something else, guys. I've had a lot of people ask this. People wants to know if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad Retirement, all those programs, will you get a check? Well, the answer to that is yes, you will get a check. If you got one last time, and ever how you got it the last time is the exact same way you'll get it this time. Okay, now for you all that never got the first stimulus check, the IRS hired 5,000 new workers last week just for the people that never got their stimulus checks the first round. They're sending those out to people as we speak. Some people might have already got them. Now say they have. So keep a check on your bank account. If you got a debit card or a bank account, or just keep a check on your mailbox. Ever how you get your monthly benefits, keep a check that way, because most likely that's the way you're going to get it. But like I said, they hired 5,000 new workers, so they're sending these checks out to the people that never got them. Remember that. Keep a check on your bank account. Now, and something else, guys. If you the second round stimulus checks, like right now, they're supposed to they'll be back from recess September the 8th. Now, President Trump right now, there's $300 billion laying there from the COVID-19 that's not been used. Now, he said if the House and the Senate will go ahead and say use it, he could go ahead and sign into law, and they could go ahead and get this money out to the people that needs it. That they desperately need this money. The American people is desperate. They need this money bad. But I don't think it's going to come to that. They're working on it right now. I know the rest of them will be back from recess the 8th, September the 8th. But they're working on it right now as we speak. There will be a bill passed, and everybody, you will get your stimulus check. Now, I'm not for sure. Now, usually, from the time they sign it in the law, usually 10, somewhere 10-ish to 13 days, give or take. It all depends on how you get it now. Now, if you get direct deposit and you got it the last time, you'll be the like I said, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, veterans, railroad retirement. You'll be the very first people to get it because the IRS has already got your bank account, and it goes like how you got it the first time, you'll get it this time. But like I said, if you never got it the first time, they're sending those out now. You should, if you ain't already got it, you will get it. So keep a check on that bank account, in your mailbox, whatever, but you will get it. And but this on their second round of stimulus, it'll be, I think, in that package. I think like unemployment. I don't know. I think it's like $400. I've not went into detail. I've not really read up on that yet. It's for the mortgage, the rent, for schools, and all that stuff. Let's see if I can find it here right quick. I could maybe go over it just a little bit. Let's see. But like I said, guys, keep a check on that mailbox and your bank accounts. Now, okay, the $400 unemployment supplement is really $300 and won't arrive soon. Now, let's see what they're saying. It says the federal aid to the unemployed workers that President Trump announced last weekend looks likely to be smaller than initially suggested, and it remains unclear when the money will start flowing, how long it will last, or how many workers will benefit. Now, the uncertainty comes at a delicate time for the economy. New applications for state unemployment benefits fell below 1 million last week for the first time since the pandemic took hold in March. The Labor Department said Thursday, but filings remain high by historical standards and other measures show the economy losing momentum. Now, it's I really feel sorry. My heart goes out to the people that's lost their jobs. There's no unemployment right now, and that's why I wish they'd hurry up and just go ahead and pass this bill so these people can get relief, get what they need, get some aid. I mean, it's so terrible right now, guys. I mean, it gets I'm looking for that. Well, anyways, guys, a lot of information I had saved here is slightly disappeared on me somehow. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go, let me explain a little bit of this right here. The second stimulus check, well, okay, let's see. Okay, this is about the lawmakers stand halfway through August. Let's read just a little bit of this just for a second. Now, as of now, there are no plans on the table for lawmakers to act on President Donald Trump's goal of an larger second direct payment to Americans. Now, both Republicans and Democrats agree it makes sense to send $1,200 checks to help boost the bank accounts of families, but they can't come to a consensus on a larger coronavirus aid package. And with negotiations stalled out, that means it's possible no additional direct payments are on the way. Now pay no attention to that, guys. That's not true. There is help on the way. You are getting the second stimulus check. For the people that's not got the first one, it's on the way. And the second one is on the way. Or it's, as soon as they pass it, it'll be on the way. But everything's looking good, and I am saying it's great news. I know a lot of the other YouTubers calling each other, they're putting their thumbnails up, oh, $2,000 coming tomorrow. They're just doing that for clickbait. I don't do crap like that. I read it like it is, straight from the source itself. I just don't do that. I don't care if I ever get I don't care if nobody ever watches my content or get one view. I tell the truth. It's just the way it is. Now, as we entered the weekend, both sides continued to play the blame game, rather than make any serious moves to try to break their stalemate. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi pressed the case of funding for the U.S. Postal Service, rental assistance, food aid, and rapid testing for the virus in her weekly press event, blasting Republicans as not giving a damn and declaring flatly that people will die if the delay grinds into September. Now remember, guys, she said if they had to wait till September, Americans will die. Well, guess what? It's September. Today is September the 5th. Does Nancy Pelosi care? Does Mitch McConnell care? None of them cares. None of those people care. Now, in my opinion, they all got to go. Every single one of them has got to go. We need a clean sweep for our great nation, guys. If we don't, we are doomed. And when I mean doomed, perhaps you perhaps you mistook them for somebody who gave a damn. But now Pelosi, rather than endure weeks of possible gridlock, that isn't the case. Now on Friday, Trump tweeted he's directed the Treasury Department to get ready to send direct payments to all Americans, but Democrats are holding this up. Ah, mighty Democrats. It had been for Nancy Pelosi, all of our American fellow would done had stimulus checks. They would have had. Well, they would have had all the help they would have needed. But one person holds this up. You wouldn't think that'd be possible, right? Now, all of the chief combats have excited Washington after a several-day display of staying put. Now, as to not get blamed for abandoning the talks, the political risk for Trump is continued pain in the U.S. household as a struggling economy. Now, both of which promise to hurt him during campaign season. For Democrats, there is genuine disappointment as being unable to deliver a deal, but apparent comfort in holding firm for a sweeping measure instead of the new pieces that Trump wants most. Now, across nearly empty Capitol, the Senate's top Republicans sought to cast the blame on Pelosi, whose ambitious demands have frustrated administration negotiators like White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. Mark Meadows And Steve Mnuchin is the ones that's getting this going right now. But of course, Nancy Pelosi is agreeing with them now because it's either she's retiring or she don't want to lose her job. But I'm afraid their jobs is over anyways. But they're still rejecting any more relief for anyone unless they get a flood of demands with no real relationship to COVID-19, said Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. And McConnell has kept the talks at arm's length, nursing deep divisions among Republicans on the floundering relief measure. Now, among the items lost in perhaps $10, let's see, $10 billion in emergency funding for the Postal Service to help improve service as it rose in the fall election take greater importance, given an expected surge in mail voting because of the coronavirus pandemic. Trump is against the $3.4 billion demanded by Pelosi for helping states with the crush of mail-in ballots. Now, Trump seemed to take advantage of the statement to press in his case against voting by mail. He said Thursday on Fox Business Network's Mornings with Maria that among the sticking points were Democrats demanded for billions of dollars to assist states in protecting the election and to help postal workers process mail-in ballots. Now, they need the money in order to have the post office work so it can take all these millions and millions of ballots, Trump said. If they don't get these two items, that means you can't have a universal mail-in voting because they're not equipped to have it. Now, the White House and congressional leaders are far apart on the aid for sorting up households, reopening schools, and launching a national strategy to contain the virus, which has infected more than 5.2 million people in the United States and has killed more than 166,000, according to figures compiled by Johns Hopkins University. We'll read this, guys, and I'm going to go over something. Now, for all Americans, that means to end a $600 weekly unemployment benefit that has expired, as has a federal ban on evictions. Schools hoping for cash from the federal government to help provide safety measures are left empty-handed. State and cities staring down red ink with the shattered economy have few options. Now, Trump's executive actions appear to provide a temporary reprieve, offering $300 in jobless benefits and some other aid, but it could take weeks for these programs to ramp up, and the help is far similar than what Congress was considering. More than 20 million Americans risked evictions and more are out of work. The Democrats said they were waiting for the White House to put a new offer on the table. We have again made clear to the administration that we are willing to resume negotiations once they start to take the process seriously, they said in a statement. But Mnuchin shot back with his own statement saying the Democrats have no interest in negotiating. And that's true. Now, they've tried their best. They've tried their best to get Nancy Pelosi. You know, she wanted all those billions of dollars for, I forgot, I think New York was one of them maybe, and I forget the other. But she wanted to fund those two states back up 2 years. And in my opinion, a lot of that money was going to go in her pocket. Remember, come November, guys, how our leaders that's supposed to take care of us, how they have treated us in times that we need the help. that we've cried out for help. We need it. We need this help tremendously. We need it now. We don't need it tomorrow. We don't need it next week. We need it right now. I mean, it's a shame. You want, for instance, I've said it a million times in my videos. You think, okay, for instance, Canada, as I know of for sure, they've already got 5 stimulus checks at $2,000 a month, reoccurring, as long as this pandemic is up. We've only got one, and half the people ain't got the one. I mean, come on, leaders. Come on, Mitch McConnell. Come on, Nancy Pelosi. I mean, you guys, all Nancy Pelosi cares about is getting her hair done. All Mitch McConnell cares about is going on his yachts and his mansions. Truth's the truth. But, anyways, I just want to say this. Now, for the people, like I said, some of them has been asking. Now, when they do pass this bill this week, yes, for the people that's on SSI, Social Security, Railroad Retirement, veterans, and all that, you will get it again. You'll get it in the same form that you get you check once a month. Same way. Now, if you get in the check form, it might take a couple days longer. You know how the mail is. So, if you get it that way now, it's going to be a little longer. But for the people that's got direct deposits and got these bank cards and stuff, you'll be the very first ones to get them. So, that's good. That's great news there. So, always let's keep that in mind. And let's save something else. So maybe when I get this passed this week, that'll get everything kind of somewhat, I'm not going to say fixed, not even near being fixed. There's going to have to be more stimulus than this. This is just to get things, the economy lifted back up a little, and get the, most important of all, get the American people gets caught up on some of their bills, get them off the streets. I mean, it's a shame, guys. Nobody, it's just pure, it's a shame, that's all I can say. But yes, IRS they hired 5,000 people to come in and to get all these checks out to these people, debit cards, to the people that never got them the first round. Remember that. Keep a check on your bank account, or remember, like I said, how you get your check once a month is how you'll get it. But like if you never got it, they're sending debit cards out. They'll be in a white, unmarked envelope. Don't throw that away. Open it up, because most likely, 100%, it's going to be that debit card. And what you do, you get that debit card out of that envelope. You get, there should be a number on the back, most likely the back, not the front, maybe the back. You call it and just activate it, and you can just go buy stuff with it, use it, get money off of it, do whatever, just like your regular debit card that you get your check on once a month. Same way. You just activate that card and go use it. Do what you need to do with it. But guys, if there's anything you need to know, any questions at all, leave them in the comments below. I'll try my best to answer them. I'll read them all. Just remember, guys, I love you. I'm here for you guys. Like I said, I'm not no means by professional at this. I'm just trying to help the best way I can. And guys, listen, subscribe to my channel. I've got 2 channels. I'm posting these videos on both channels. One of them is just for stimulus and government only, and one is Sylvester J. Roark's Exploring Everything. I do those videos. I I call it my spooky stuff. I also mix my stillness videos with those. But either way, subscribe to those channels and hit the notification button, and you'll be the first. Every time I upload a video, you'll be the first one to know about it. Like I say, hit that subscribe button, give me a big thumbs up, share the videos, guys, and listen, anything you need to know, let me know. I'll dig down deep, I'll find it, and I'll let you know. But until next time, peace out.